Morning to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So we'll solve more numerical problems because this symmetrical fault in various kind of symmetrical fault which is occurring in the line, and what should be the fault current and what should be the fault MVA. So it should calculate. Okay, some of the problems we have already taken, but we need to take some more examples so that you will feel comfortable while solving this kind of problem. So in the problem statement, it is given that the estimated short circuit MVA at the bus bars of a generating station A is 1500 MVA and of another station B is 1200 MVA. So these are the short circuit capacity is given. The generated voltage at each station is 33 kV. So generated voltage it is given. Generated voltage it is 33 kV. If these stations are through a line having reactance of 1 ohm and negligible resistance, calculate the possible short circuit MVA at both stations. Okay. So in this case, the line resistance given as 1 ohm. Line resistance it is given as 1 ohm, and there is a basically reactance. The resistance is taken. Calculate the possible short circuit MVA at both the stations. Okay, we need to calculate the short circuit MVA. So you see, in this case, there are two generating station A and B. Okay, and their reactances we need to calculate. Okay, so we know that there is a formula that we can calculate the percentage reactance of any power station, that is equal to base MVA by short circuit MVA into 100. This formula is clear. Any doubt on this particular formula? How to calculate the percentage reactance? Base MVA by short circuit MVA into 100. Any confusion in this formula? Are you familiar with this formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So in this case, we have assumed that base MVA may be 100. You can assume anything, that is not a problem. So 100 MVA we have assumed. Short circuit MVA for these two stations it is given. For first station it is 1500 MVA, second station it is 1200 MVA. So 100 by 1500 into 100, that is, it is coming 6.67%. Similarly, for the other station, that is the station B, it is the short circuit MVA is given as 1200 MVA. So 1200 MVA means in this case it is 100 by 1200 into 100. So it is coming 8.33%. Now these two stations, they are connected in parallel. They are connected in parallel, A and B, and their percentage reactances we have just now calculated. Now these two power stations, they are interconnected through a line having a reactance of 1. So these two generators, they are connected through a transmission line, and that reactance is given 1. Now when we solve this particular problem, at that time, is it possible to add this reactance value? Is it possible? Is it possible to add the reactance in ohms with these percentage values while doing the calculation? Can we add it? Can we directly apply this 1 ohm reactance into this particular while in the next step when we solve this problem? Yes or no?
No, sir.
So what has to be done? If it is no, then what has to be done? what we
We
should,
will change it in percentage reactance.
correct. We need to convert it into percentage reactance. How to do this? How to do that? How to convert?
So there is formula
Which
KVA
part?
into reactance by
KVA into reactance. KVA into reactance.
KVA by
KVA reactance. But here we need to apply the percentage reactance formula. No? This percentage reactance. You just remember KVA into reactance by 10 into KV square. Yes or no? KVA
Yes, sir.
X divided by 10 into KVA square. So in this case, KVA, we have assumed it is 100 MVA. So 100 into 10 to the power 3, it is because it is in KVA. Into the reactance value, it is given 1 ohm. So it is 1 ohm. And 10 into KV. So KV rating, it is given 33 KV. So it is 33 KV. Then we'll do the calculation. That is 9.18%. So that means this percentage, this reactance value is 9.18%. Okay. Now there are two cases. It is given that calculate the possible short circuit MVA at both the stations. So we need to calculate what should be the short circuit MVA if the fault occurs here. In the second case, if let us say we need to calculate what is the short circuit MVA if the fault occurs at this station. So we have to take separately these two cases. Now let us say if the fault is occurring at here, okay, at this point, okay. So what should be the short circuit MVA? How to calculate it? What should be the percentage reactance in that case? Fault is occurring here. So what will happen? These two reactances will be in series. Yes or no? Please tell me if you are not, if you are having any confusion or if you want to raise your objection. So please tell me. If the fault is occurring here, so what will happen? These two reactances will be added. Now this reactance, this equivalent reactance of these two branches will be in parallel with this branch. So then we'll be able to calculate what is the equivalent reactance between the point F1 and D. Okay. So then we'll apply that particular formula, short circuit MVA. So you see here 8.33 plus 9.18. 8.33 plus 9.18. We have added these two. And that added combination, again, it will be in parallel with 6.67. So it is 6.67 and this whole thing, that this addition value, added value is 17.51. They are in parallel. So this particular value is coming 4.83%. Now the short circuit MVA, that is, what is the formula? That is base MVA into 100 by percentage reactance. So base MVA by percentage reactance into 100, that is your short circuit MVA. So base MVA, it is 100. Now it is 100 and this percentage reactance we have calculated, that is 4.83. So it is coming 2070. This point is clear. Any doubt? Please tell me. Any part, if you face any problem, please tell me. Any confusion up to this step? Any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay. So now let us you calculate for this case. If the fault is occurring here, F2, if let us say the fault is occurring here, F2, what should be the short circuit MVA? So in that case, what we'll do, this branch and this branch, they will be in series. Now the equivalent combination, it will be in parallel with this particular branch, 8.33%. So then we'll take the equivalent of that, then we'll apply that particular short circuit MVA formula. That is base MVA into 100 by percentage reactance. So that will be your basically the short circuit MVA. Is it clear? So if it is clear, then please solve this particular second part. You solve for the second part only. It's similar to the first part. I want to get some answer from your end. Please do it. Yes or no? For the second case, if let us say the fault is occurring at F2, you calculate what is the short circuit MVA.
Sir, 1831.
1831. Okay, it's correct. It's 1831. You have got this value, na, 5.46%.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So all of you have got this thing. All of you.
Yes, sir.
Objective is to, you should be familiar with this type of problems. So actually the problem, there may be some different kind of statement, different kind of configuration. So ultimately the process remains same. So you need to understand what is actually the process. If you are able to understand this process, then to solve those kind of problem, it will be very easy for you. So that is the very basic objective why we are taking more numerical problems. Otherwise, I could have started the second chapter because I have finished this first chapter. Okay, so this problem is clear. Any doubts? So should I proceed to next problem? Should I proceed to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now next problem. A generating station has 3 section bus bars connected with a tie bar through 6% reactors rated at 5000 kVA. Each generator is of 5000 kVA with 12% reactance and is connected to one section of bus bars. Find the total steady state input to a dead short circuit between the lines on one of the section of the bus bars, that is number 1, with reactors, and second part is without reactors. So let us understand this particular configuration first. So there is a generating station which has 3 section bus bars connected with a tie bar. So this is the bus bar and this is your tie bar. So you know what is the connection, tie bar connection. I have discussed in the reactor. Now each generator is 5000 kVA with 12% reactance and is connected to one section of the bus bar. So each generator rating, it is 5000 kVA and its reactance value is 12%. So that means each generator is feeding power through this bus bar. Okay. And then afterwards it is going through the load. It's going to load. Now, in between this main bus bar and the tie bar, there are some reactors are connected. Those reactors are basically having the reactance value 6%. Okay. Now find the total steady input to a dead short circuit between the lines on one of the section of the bus bars. So if there is a with reactors and without reactors. So there are two possibilities. One is if there is a fault occurs at this dead end, at this particular point, okay, with reactors, and second point is without reactors. So fault has occurred. Find the total steady input to a dead short circuit between the lines on one of the section of the bus bar. So any one there is a fault occurred. So let us consider here the fault has occurred. Now you need to calculate what should be that short circuit capacity if, let us say, this reactor is present, and in the second case, if the reactor is not present. So this is the problem. Could you please try something from your end, or should I proceed with the solution? Will you try something? Yes or no? Please, you have to tell something. You should not be silent like this. Please tell me. Should I proceed to solution, or you will try something, some part? No. Till now you have not got the confidence. Okay, fine. So let us say first case we have to assume the base kVA. So base kVA is 5000 kVA. We have assumed that is the base kVA. It is the anything we can assume. Now first part is with reactors. So with reactors, so first we have assumed that is the base kVA is 5000 kVA. So 5000 kVA, if it is the base, for these generators, there should not be any change of the percentage reactance, because the base kVA and the generator kVA both are same. So we need not change these particular percentage reactance. This percentage reactance remains same. Now for these particular reactors, you see, this reactance is 6%. So you see the reactance diagram, what will be the reactance diagram? So this 12% will be there for this generator and 6% for both the cases. Now these two are in parallel. So these two are in parallel. Now the fault has occurred here. The fault has occurred here. So there will be a 12% reactance here. And then after that, there is a fault. And then there will be a 6%. So 12% is there. There is a fault. And thereafter, there is a 6%. So this is the problem statement. Now we need to calculate what is the percentage reactance between the fault point and the alternator point. Okay, from the generator to the fault point, what is the percentage reactance we need to calculate. Now in this case, you see this reactance diagram is clear. How we are getting from here, this diagram to this diagram.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So now you see, we have to calculate the what is the percentage reactance between this point and this point. That is the alternator and the fault point. So these two are in series. These two are in series, and these two are also in series. Now these two combination they are in parallel. So this is 12 plus 6 means 18. Okay, so 18% and 18%. So that is equivalent will be 9%. So then 9% plus 6%. This will be 15%. So 15% and 12% they are in parallel. 15 into 12, these are in parallel. Yes or no? Please tell me if you have not understood that this series parallel combination. Yes or no? How to calculate this percentage reactance?
Yes, sir.
It is clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the short circuit capacity we can calculate. That is the base MVA into 100 by
Percentage reactance.
okay. So if you have taken base kVA, then you have to put 100. Okay, something like that. So base MVA into 100 by percentage reactance. But if you have taken base kVA, then fine, it will be the answer will be in kVA. Here, as you have chosen the answer, it is in MVA. So your answer is in MVA. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now let us say without reactors. So without reactors, I will not solve. I will ask you to solve. So this reactance is not present. These additional reactants, these reactances are not present. That means between the main bus bar and the tie bar, there is no reactance. These two are same. So when there is no reactance, what will happen? These reactants will be absent. So this point will be connected here. Now, for this type, if this is absent, this particular reactance is absent, what is the percentage, total percentage reactance between this fault point and the generator point? You first calculate. Then you apply that short circuit input or the short circuit capacity will be the base MVA into 100 by percentage reactance. So you calculate. I want that answer from your end. Please do it. Please do it.
Sir, 5.14.
What is 5.1?
Yeah, percentage reactance.
So you calculate the short circuit capacity, short circuit MVA. You calculate short circuit MVA.
So 125 MVA.
125 MVA.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us check. Yes, it is 125 MVA. So are you getting this, na? All of you? Any doubt? Any confusion?
No, sir.
Right. So next we'll take some different problem. Okay. The generating station is laid as shown in figure. This the ratings and percentage reactance of different elements are as indicated. If a three-phase short circuit occurs on any feeder near transformer secondary, that is point A, find the short circuit MVA fed to the fault. So this is very kind of, it is a similar kind of problem what we have done, but the fault occurs on any feeder near transformer secondary. So this is your primary transformer primary, and this is your transformer secondary. So fault occurs on any of these. You can consider here, here, or here. So any of these, there is a fault on the transformer secondary. Now you need to calculate what should be the short circuit MVA to this particular type of fault. Now there are 3 generators, their ratings are 10 MVA, and percentage reactance it is given, that is 30%. Now there is a reactors are there between the main bus bar and the tie bar. So that particular rating is 10 MVA, but percentage reactance is 10%. After that, when it is going to the load side, so there is a transformer. There is a transformer. The capacity of the transformer is 5 MVA, and the percentage reactance of this particular individual transformer it is 5%. Now you need to calculate what is the short circuit MVA at this particular point. Now I will wait for some time. I want to know something, some answer from your end. Please do it. You calculate first the percentage reactance. It's a similar kind of process. You draw the reactance diagram, and from there you calculate what is the percentage reactance between the fault point and the generator. Could you please try? You are doing? Are you doing this problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please do it. So how much you are getting? How much? How much you are getting? How much? First of all, we'll see these. We'll see first the reactance diagram. Now, in this case, what is the base MVA? Base MVA we have assumed, let us say 5 MVA is the base MVA. Okay. So if that is the case, so we need to convert all these reactances of the generator, reactor, and transformer in terms of the current base. So base is, in this case, it is 5 MVA. So for the generators, the percentage reactance will be, this will be just half of this, because the generator rating is 10 MVA, and we have assumed that base is 5 MVA. So that means the percentage reactance value, it will be 30% by 2. So that is 15%. Okay. Now for the reactor it is 10 MVA rating. The percentage reactance value is 10%. So again, the same thing, it will be 5%. Okay. Then for these particular transformers, these are all 5 MVA. Now 5 MVA if it is there, so there will not be any change. Now if you see the reactance diagram, what will happen, you see these two are 15%, and in addition there is a 5% reactance of these particular reactors. Okay. Now these two are basically there. After that, there is another generator which is basically having 15% this reactance, and there is this particular thing is 5%, and after that, so this is basically between the generator and this particular terminal, it is 5%. Okay, so this is the reactance of the reactor. Okay, this is the reactance of the reactor, and after that there is this will be this transformer reactance. This transformer reactance is 5%. So this is the transformer reactance overall. Okay, after this configuration there is a 5% reactance. Now what has to be done? The fault is between this point and the generator point. So what we will do? We'll first calculate what is the series combination of these two. So this is 20% and here also 20%. So this becomes 10%. Now this 10% again, it will be in series with this 5%. So it is 15%. Now this 15 and 15, they are again parallel. So this becomes 7.5%. Now 7.5% and 5%, this will be 12.5%. So we can calculate like this, 12.5%. Now the short circuit MVA will be equal to base MVA divided by percentage reactance into 100. So base MVA we have chosen 5 MVA into 100 by percentage reactance, that is 12.5. So this will come as 40 MVA. Is it clear? Any doubt? Any doubt? Please tell me. Any steps anywhere you have not understood? Please tell me. Yes or no? Now please switch on your camera at this point. I want to see whether you are awake or you are doing something, sleeping or not. All of you, please switch on your camera. Whether you are really attending the class or not, I don't know. Yes, I want to see all something. Something, just a minute. Others. Yes, I think you are attending. Yaul Haq. Yaul? Yes, I can see.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Yeah. Yes. Most likely we'll continue this online classes this semester also. We don't know that when the COVID situation will improve. There was some chance, but it is gone now again. Rishika Kumari, you are here? Rishika Kumari. Rishika Kumari, you are attending? She is not here. Vishnu Barai. Vishnu Barai, are you attending? Great. I think Vishnu Barai, you are here. Vishnu Barai, we remove. Then Rishika Kumari, you are also not here. I should remove. Someone is not there, so it is useless. Only it will increase the count of the class. Swati Sri. Swati Sri, you are here. Swati Sri.
Yes, sir.
You are not visible. Swati Sri, it is Manika Kumari, na? I think it is Manika Kumari. Swati Sri.
Yes, sir.
Where is your, I cannot locate your camera. Fine, you are here. Yeah. Then okay, fine. We'll continue with the next problem. Yeah, most likely all of you are attending. That it's fine. Fine. Now you can mute. Means you can basically close your video. There is no issue. So next problem we'll take. Okay, this problem is clear, na? Whatever we have discussed, this problem is clear. Yes or no? Any doubt? So please tell me. Otherwise, I will switch. I will take next problem. Should I go to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Next, you see a 33 kV bus bar of a station are in two sections, P and Q, separated by a reactor. The section P is fed from 4 10 MVA generators, each having reactance of 20%. So there are basically 4 generators, and their capacities are given. Capacities, all capacities are 10 MV, and their percentage reactance value is 20%. Okay, now it is feeding to a common bus bar. It is feeding to a common bus bar. The section Q is fed from the grid through a 50 MVA transformer of 10% reactance. So there is a supply from the grid also through a 50 MVA transformer. The percentage reactance of that particular transformer, it is 10%. The circuit breakers have a rupturing capacity of 500 MVA. So that means this circuit breaker can withstand the fault MVA. Rupturing means fault MVA. So fault MVA of this particular location, it is given, it is 500 MVA. Find the reactance of the reactor. So we need to calculate what should be the reactance of this particular reactor to prevent the circuit breakers from being overloaded if a symmetrical short circuit occurs on an outgoing feeder connected to A. So, and take base MVA as 50 MVA. So it is given in the problem that base MVA you can choose 50 MVA. Now let us say the fault has occurred here. Now the circuit breaker has a short circuit capacity of 500 MVA. We need to calculate what should be the value of this percentage reactance. Okay, what should be the percentage reactance of this particular reactor? The problem statement is clear. First, you understand this thing. Problem statement is clear. Do you have any doubt on the problem statement? What has to be done? What has to be calculated? If you can understand the problem statement, then half of your solution is over. If you cannot understand the problem statement, then it is very difficult. Problem statement is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So now you see that 50 MVA is the base. So we need to first convert these all reactances into 50 MVA base. All these reactances, it has to be converted. Now for this particular transformer, the 50 MVA is the base, so we should not change this. Okay, and the reactance is, we don't know, it is a X, we have to assume, and then later on we have to calculate that. So the percentage reactance of each generator, it is basically 50 MVA, it is base. So 50 by 10 into 20, something like that. So it is coming 100% for all this. So percentage reactance of all the generators, it is 100%, because 50 by 10 into 20. Similarly, the percentage reactance of the transformer on base MVA, so it remains same, it will not change. So now what will happen, you see the reactance diagram, that is, there are basically 4 generators. These 4 generators, they are connected in parallel. Now after that, there is a reactor and there is basically a transformer. So the reactor value, reactance value of the reactor, we have assumed X%, and the reactance of the transformer, it is 10%. So that means they are in series. Now the fault has occurred after this. That fault has occurred somewhere here. So we need to calculate what is the percentage reactance between this fault point and the generator terminal. So what we'll do, these all are in parallel, all 100% are in parallel. So this becomes 25%. and this plus this, that is a x plus 10. Okay, this will be because this 10 is given, so x plus 10. So now these two are in parallel. X plus 10 is in parallel with 25%. So 25 into x plus 10 by 25 plus x plus 10. Now this percentage reactance will apply now formula. So fault MVA, that is here it is given, it is 500 MVA, because the short circuit capacity of this particular circuit breaker is 500 MVA. That 500 MVA means it is the short circuit current, short circuit capacity. So this is the fault MVA. So 500 is the fault MVA. Base MVA we have chosen 50, 100, and percentage reactance is here it is given. How much? Percentage reactance we have just now calculated. So that is 500. Okay, percentage reactance. Required percentage reactance will be how much? It is 50 into 100 by 500. What is 50? What is 50? What is 50 here?
So base MVA.
Correct. So this base MVA and this is 500 is what? It's fault MVA. So base MVA into 100 by fault MVA. That will be your percentage reactance. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is 10% basically. So 10% we have got. So 10% equal to what? What we have calculated here, that is 25 into x plus 10 by 25 plus x plus 10. From there you can calculate the value of x. Now if you know x, that is in percentage. We need to convert it in ohm. So how to convert it? The percentage reactance equal to base kVA into reactance in ohm by 10 into kV square. So percentage reactance we have calculated, that is 100 by 15. Base kVA it is 50 MVA. So 50 MVA means 50 into 10 to the power 3. Reactance is in ohm, we don't know, that we need to calculate. 10 into kV square, that is 33 kV, 33 square. So reactance of the reactor, so then we can calculate, it is coming 1.45T, 452. So that means we need to connect a reactor of reactance value 1.452. Then we can limit the fault current of 500 MVA at this terminal of the circuit breaker. This is clear. This problem, any doubt? Anywhere you are facing any difficulty?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now next problem we'll take this. I think I want some solution from your end. A three-phase alternator can supply a maximum load of 5000 kVA at 6600 volt. The machine has internal reactance of 6%. Find the reactance per phase of the limiting reactor if the steady apparent power on short circuit is not to be exceed 5 times the full load value. Okay, so there is an alternator, it can supply a load of 5000 kVA and the voltage rating is 6600 volt, that is 6.6 kV. The internal reactance of the machine, that alternator, is 6%. We need to connect and current limiting reactor, okay, or the fault limiting reactor. So we need to calculate the reactance of that particular reactor if the steady apparent power on short circuit is not to exceed 5 times the full load value. So it should not exceed the 5 times of the full load value. The short circuit kVA should not exceed out of that. So let us say the reactance value we don't know because that has to be calculated. Please find the reactance. We are assuming that is X. So the total reactance when the short circuit occurs up to the fault point, it is the X is the reactance of the reactor plus the reactance of the generator, because it is 6%. Machine reactance, it is X plus 6%. So the fault MVA, it is fault MVA is 5 times the rated value. So your rated kVA value is 5000, but short circuit kVA is 5 times of that. Yes or no? Short circuit kVA is 5 times of the full load value. What is the full load value? It is the 5000 kVA. So it is 5000 into 5. And this base kVA we have assumed 5000 kVA. 100 into percentage reactance. Percentage reactance is X plus 6. because X is the reactance of the reactor and 6 is it is given as the generator internal reactance. So from there you can calculate the value of X. Now if you know this X, it's very easy to calculate X in ohms. So that is percentage X equal to kVA into reactance in ohm by 10 into kV square. So this X is 14%, kVA means 5000 kVA. And then reactance in ohm you need to calculate 10 into 6.6 square. So from there, the reactance of the reactor you can calculate, it is 1.22%. Yes or no? Please tell me. Any doubt? Any confusion on this problem?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So now with this, we'll actually, I have some more problems. Maybe this one, two problems we have. But yes, fine. I'll give you these slides and you can solve later on also. So we are almost done with this particular chapter. There may be some numerical problem more, and you should practice more numerical problems from different books. Okay, different ebooks are also available. So nowadays, because with lockdown and all, you can get the ebooks also. Okay, it's available, and that's all from today. Okay. Now your attendance, you can directly send it to Pansar. Okay, your HOD, you can send it so that I will get those attendance from your HOD. Okay. So thank you. Any doubt? So otherwise I will close this meeting. Okay. Yes or no?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I will stop this. Okay. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class.